Before I dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop your thoughts in the comments. I promise this story will stay with you. 17 days. 17 long, silent days. No calls. No texts. Nothing. I didn't know if she'd left town, forgotten me, or just disappeared from my life entirely. And then, on the morning of the 18th day, my phone buzzed. A notification. My heart skipped. I barely dared to breathe as I unlocked it. It was her, my wife, the woman I'd built a life with. The text was simple. I miss you. I stared at it for what felt like forever, my mind spinning. Confusion first. Shock next. And somewhere deep down, a flicker of hope. I'll admit it, but the hope was small. Fragile. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, and I didn't reply. I couldn't. Not yet. Not after everything. It started almost 3 weeks ago, with tiny things that didn't make sense at first. A missed call here, an excuse there. She said her phone was acting up, or that she was busy at work. But the excuses piled up, the stories didn't line up, and the little details that once felt comforting, her laugh, the way she kissed my forehead, started to feel rehearsed. I remember sitting on our couch one night, the glow of the TV washing over the room, and feeling utterly alone. She was beside me, scrolling on her phone, pretending to be absorbed in some social media feed. I asked casually about her day, and she gave me the same vague responses she always did. But something was off. The warmth I used to see in her eyes was gone, replaced by a quiet tension I couldn't name at first. Then came the texts. I'd see little notifications pop up, disappearing before I could catch them. One morning, I found a message open on her phone, a single word that froze me. See you tonight? It wasn't to me, and the fear, the suspicion, the disbelief, it all coiled inside me like a storm. I tried to tell myself I was imagining things. I tried to believe in her, in us, but the cracks were too obvious. Every memory became a minefield. The little gestures I thought were sweet, bringing me coffee in bed, leaving notes on my desk, they suddenly felt like lies, performances designed for someone else. I questioned myself constantly. Was I overreacting? Paranoid? Maybe. But deep down I knew. And then came day 17. She was gone. Not literally, but emotionally. Our apartment, once alive with laughter and chatter, felt like a museum of past happiness. I hadn't called. I hadn't texted. I needed space. I needed clarity. And then the text, I miss you. I didn't respond. Not that day, not the next. And it wasn't because I didn't feel something. I did. A mix of longing, anger, heartbreak, and disbelief. I stared at the message over and over, my thumb hovering above the keyboard, wanting to curse, to cry, to scream, to beg, but doing none of it. I chose silence. A few hours later, curiosity got the better of me. I started piecing together everything, the little signs, the hidden glances, the phone that was always dead. When I called, I went through her messages, reluctantly at first, thinking maybe I'd find nothing. But then I saw it. Names I didn't recognize. Lunches she forgot to tell me about. Photos, chats, shared moments she'd carefully hidden. Betrayal. Not imagined, not accidental. Real. My heart felt like it had been dropped into ice water. Every memory twisted, every smile, every touch, every whispered, I love you, now tainted. I sat there numb, staring at the screen, trying to reconcile the woman I loved with the woman who had been living a secret life for weeks. When she finally came home that evening, I didn't yell. I didn't beg for answers. I didn't cry. I just sat, letting the silence do what words could not. She tried to reach for me, tried to explain, tried to justify. Her voice trembled. I saw guilt, maybe even regret. But my heart had closed the door. I said nothing, just handed her the phone. I saw everything. I whispered, my voice quieter than I expected. She fell silent. Her eyes welled up. And in that moment, I realized something important. Silence can be louder than any argument. Silence can carry the weight of truth, of consequence, of justice. I didn't beg for her to stay. I didn't ask for promises. I didn't want to hear excuses. I stood up, walked out the door, and left the apartment we had built together. I left with my dignity intact, carrying only the lessons I needed to rebuild myself. The days that followed were the hardest. The loneliness, the heartbreak, the sudden absence of life I thought I had. It was crushing, but with every step, I felt a strange sense of liberation. Betrayal had hurt me, yes, but it had also awakened me. I learned that love isn't just about staying. It's about being worthy of truth, loyalty, and respect. 17 days. No contact. One text. And finally, silence that ended the marriage. It was brutal. It was painful. But it was also the moment I found myself again. So if you're watching this, remember, love fiercely, but never let anyone compromise your self-worth. Sometimes, the quietest choices speak the loudest. If this story hit you hard, make sure you subscribe for more and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your stories, your heartbreaks, and how you found your strength.